Yo. C'est parti. Bien le bonsoir. Et bien le bonjour tout le monde.
She said that I could go anywhere, but I have nowhere to go.
Bien le bonjour. Bonjour monsieur. Il dort. Il a le visage craquelé. Putain, tu lui est arrivé?
You're weird. Luna, it's you. Luna, you're here in this world too. Come to think of it, it was a bit odd that none of the others were here. We did all leap to this world together.
Yes.
Could something really have interfered?
Bon, en anglais, elle précise pas que ce n'est pas possible. Et oui, je passe, on l'a vu souvent cette scène.
I've gotta go. Wait, Luna, where is it you're going?
All there is this guy, so I'm going with him.
This guy? He looks harmless enough, but for some reason something doesn't feel right.
Tu m'étonnes. Suffit de voir sa gueule. Hein. Putain, franchement, qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé?
Luna, you should come with me then. That way... Ah! What was that? Did he cast some sort of magic? It didn't seem like that.
Hmm?
No. If I don't put up a fight, he'll stomp all over me. Are we going to do this?
Might as well. See, I just woke up, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to take it easy on you.
Comment ça, trop amoché?
No, please stop. She's my...
Stand back, Luna. I can just tell that he's dangerous. So this is what I have to do.
No, please stop. Don't fight.
Ok, on combat pas, on combat pas.
Luna, stay
Voilà.
out of the way. That man is dangerous.
But...
Try this.
Non, le mec. Ouais, j'ai tout encaissé. C'est tout ce que t'as?
Who is this man? No matter how much I throw at him, he just won't go down. He doesn't even have a scratch.
Your magic's not from this world. You must be the same as Luna.
You're through.
So you weren't trying to challenge me then. Sorry about that.
You're kidding. I was hitting you with everything that I had.
You wanna come along?
Ok, mec. Je sais. Bon, je sais qui t'es, mais pour l'instant, on sait pas qui t'es. Mais c'est quand même dingue que en quelques secondes, tu passes de ultra menaçant à tiens, tu viens avec nous?
And where do you suggest we go?
That... I haven't decided.
I'm afraid I have to say no then.
Alright. Well, take care then.
Mais il est sympa, ce
Do you
mec.
really have to stay together with that person?
I don't know. He's just really nice.
I know I shouldn't be worrying about Luna, but still.
So you weren't trying to challenge me then. Sorry about that.
He's not a human. He's some sort of monster. I've never seen anything like it before. Eleanor Gloria, that man. They're the people that make up this other world. If I were able to have even a fraction of their power, then...
Oui, bon, après, je pense que t'as un peu rencontré les élites. Hein. Surtout lui. Quand on verra son identité, oui, c'est plus que l'élite. Hein.
Kyle, can I still wish for you?
Les purs. De magie, oui, mais pur, tout court, je ne pense pas.
Poor Luna. How long is she going to...
My poor sense of time is one of my few faults. I owe you an apology, Isabel.
Ah! Don't just pop out in front of me like that!
That, Isabel, is what I should be saying to you.
C'est vrai que c'est un peu ce qu'elle a fait elle.
What? This teleportation technique utilizes the magic that cycles through Isunia's ley lines, and the magic that circles through its canals, the departure points and arrival points. In other words, my movement was not mere happenstance, but rather an inevitability. That was not the case for you, though. Your movement was happenstance through and through. That's why you struck my interest and drew me here from beyond the heavens.
That wasn't my magic. It was something else.
My analysis of that matter is already complete. When we fought just a bit ago, I came to an ample understanding of your magic's character.
Ah.
Let's put that aside, though. The thing that's demanded of us now is speed. Only rapid action is able to open new paths into the future. Let's get going.
Going? You mean go to your guild?
Yes. This more or less amounts to an order, but it's also a certain sort of proposition. I say that because the topic of conversation would benefit you greatly.
La phrase, telle qu'elle le dit en anglais, ça fait 4 lignes.
How can you say that sort of thing?
Because you're a mage. Every mage is driven by something, and every mage is searching for something. The Magus Covenant is able to provide a proper outlet for that drive and that search.
Let me ask you then.
Yes?
Are you able to bring the dead back to life? Not as spirits or as undead, but fully back to life. Can you do that?
What do you consider full? The recreation of all constituent elements without a single one missing? Would it be enough to simply have the full soul or the flesh?
The soul. I should be able to create some sort of flesh to serve as a vessel. If we were able to summon his soul without causing it to deteriorate.
So to recapitulate, we'd like to enclose a person's soul in a medium highly reminiscent of that person without causing any deterioration to the soul. That is a serious challenge.
That's correct. I've attempted necromancy plenty of times, but all that came of it were specters with a passing resemblance to Kyle.
It's likely that you were unable to draw the correct soul close to you. They are extremely difficult to work with. Even I'm unable to bind the soul of a specific person to a specific place. However, let me summarize. If it's not a perfect recreation of the flesh that you demand, there should be no limit to the possibilities. For instance, rather than dominating the soul as a necromancer, one might offer a dance as a shaman. That might also draw the soul near, not all at once, but piece by piece.
You're right. If we were to try that...
Isabel, nay, we make the impossible possible. The instant that you met me, Eleanor Gloria, the impossible became possible.
All right. Thank you.
There's no need for expressions of gratitude, for we certainly both stand to gain something from this arrangement. What should we do then? I'd like your input.
If I were to say no, you'd just take me along anyway, wouldn't you?
Of course. I can put out 1, perhaps 2,000 times the magic you can.
Well, I'm not going to say no. I agree to go.
That's a very convoluted way to put things. Now let's proceed.
Une façon complexe d'exprimer une chose simple. Oui, effectivement, normalement, c'est ce que l'on appelle communément un kidnapping.
If I'm able to steal even a bit of her extraordinary magical power, I might be able to see Kyle again. I thought that I should give up. But if there's even the littlest bit of hope, I don't want to let it slip away.
Ouais, t'es beaucoup trop déterminé.
Yes. There was one thing that I almost forgot to say. Welcome, Isabel. This is Isunia, home of shimmering dew and guilds. This cosmic flower will serve as your guide.
C'est vrai qu'elle nous l'avait jamais dit. Allez, on se fait celui-là. Un combat par vidéo pour la forme.
Isabel, I've noticed some exhaustion in your magic. Why might that be? Did something happen while I was away?
I'm not quite sure how to explain, but this odd man appeared and I fought him.
Odd man?
Yes, there was something gloomy about him, and he had a sort of monstrous presence.
Ah, that must be Nicola Adele.
You know him then?
He's known to all. That man is worthy of being named in the same breath as the Magus Covenant. Here, to the left, Isabel.
Got it. In that case, he must be a guild leader too.
That's correct. Our tastes, however, are a bit different. The Order of Bladewrights has several hundred members and Escamali, 50. The membership numbers of Counter Solari are unknown, and the Magus Covenant is composed of 30-some members. The Forbidden Guild Nicola Adele, on the other hand, is made up of but a single person. That is to say that he is the guild marshal and the very guild itself.
Je sais pas si on peut toujours appeler ça une guilde quand t'es tout seul.
Is that even possible?
Certainly it seems ridiculous, but there's no denying that it's fact. His single-handed power is comparable to that of any of the other 4 guilds.
Oui, effectivement, tu m'étonnes qu'il avait pas d'égratignure
That
tout à l'heure.
means, however, that my interest in you grows only greater. To think that you could fight against Nicola Adele,
He didn't seem to be very passionate.
that's how he always is. He is uncombative, and yet he destroys. It's for that reason that he's referred to as forbidden, as the one who must not be disturbed.
Il est moche.
Oh, a magical life form.
You're quick on the uptake. This is yet another piece of the Magus Covenant's wisdom, but there's no reason for concern. This beast wouldn't simply go on a rampage for no reason. I'm back, and I have a guest. Prepare to welcome her.
Welcome back, Eleanor. The preparations are already complete.
Very well. Do you dislike tea, Isabel? It's not as if it makes a difference if you do, but nonetheless,
You don't need to ask then. Tea will be fine.
point taken. I will accompany the guest. The rest I'll leave to you.
Elle est dingue, Eleanor. Elle dit des choses insupportables du genre t'aimes le thé? Non? Bah tant pis. Et pourtant elle dit ça d'une façon tellement alambiquée que tu t'en rends pas compte. Non mais ça me fait trop marrer.
Very well, ma'am. Please, make yourself at home. We will be proceeding with the magical experiments.
This lab is huge, but it's so well put together. Almost everything here seems new.
A messy environment causes needless delays with the experiments. Only in the proper soil can the flowers of research bloom. Ah, please have a seat there.
Thank you.
Sugar?
I'm fine.
There's no need to hold back. Sprinkle it in and gulp it up.
This sugar is all stuck together.
You're certainly very picky. Allow me to ask you once again, Isabel. The Keeper Nexus, and a world put to sleep.
In order to revive our world, we hunted down Nexus and jumped to this world.
So, is Nexus here? No, there's no way that she could be. According to what you've said, Nexus is incapable of disguising herself as a common person.
Yes, unless, that is, she has some sort of power that we don't know about.
Then perhaps you should jump to the next world. You don't have any use for this one.
That's not exactly right. It seems that there are lessons for me to learn here, and I still...
You all wanted to cross together, even though your goals and ideas were different?
About that.
What name did you have for that again? Friendship. Oh, or was it trust? It seems like an inefficient way of doing things.
Oh là, en anglais, elle est dure. C'est, comment t'appelles ça? L'amitié ou la confiance? Voilà des méthodes bien pitoyables pour faire fonctionner les choses. Non, sérieusement, c'est ce qu'elle dit.
To meet me at a time such as this was truly a stroke of good fortune for you. If that bunch had picked you up, you'd be in no position to be thinking about Nexus now.
What are you talking about?
The drums of war have been beating in this land of late. If you'd joined any guild other than the Magus Covenant, you'd have been swept up into combat.
War? Are you shipping out again, Kyle? It's dangerous.
Sorry, Isabel, but my comrades are fighting out there.
Why? What for?
It's hard to say, but the preparations are already underway. Fortunately, we're not involved, so there's nothing to concern yourself with.
Oui, mais quand même. On va pas s'en laver les mains non plus.
I beg your pardon for the intrusion. We have a visitor, Eleanor.
Who is it? Escamali?
Precisely.
Let them in. The guest and I will take care of them.
I come to you as the scales of balance. I do hope you're well, Eleanor Gloria.
Un fidèle d'Escamali. Équipement blanc. Un symbole sur la main.
Unfortunately, you've ruined my mood at this very moment.
Ouais, c'est vraiment une sale gosse.
I'm here on an investigation initiated by the Order of Blade Rights. Please, allow me to ask you 2 or 3 questions.
No. As you can see, I'm in the middle of tea. If there's something you'd like to ask, Isabel will answer you.
Me?
Yeah, but keep quiet and answer him with magic.
Pardon?
I don't have any intention to fight.
Very well. Let the inquiry begin.
Huh?
I saw what you were capable of doing, but I need some sort of objective proof. And besides, I'm enjoying my tea. This is you, Isabel.
Charmante.
Ugh, really now. If I do this, it'll be enough, right?
Yes, that's all you need to do. Seeing that you're now a member of the Magus Covenant, I hope that you won't embarrass us in battle.
Et là, mon deck sort pas et je me fais tuer. Le pire, c'est que c'est possible. Hey, l'environnement en vert, c'est sympa.
You're so pushy.
Allow me to ask you some questions.
Et en ordre. Effectivement.
For the balance of Isunia.
Oh my. Welcome.
J'aime beaucoup ce vert.
Chaotic good.
This holy fragment.
Par contre, il agit de la même façon quand même. Hein.
I walked the edge.
Lui, il m'embête.
Someday, the true peace. Submit to the Lord's will.
Let the mist wrap around you.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
The mist is scattering.
You're done for.
You can feel the excitement in the air. Time for the
Grand
grand
finale.
finale.
For my friends, whatever it takes, you're fine now.
But the children.
Maybe this would work.
Now this is exciting. You're fine now.
I was just getting started.
A happy little spell just for you. Presto. Presto.
It won't be long now.
How naughty.
How naughty.
How are you finding this?
You will break. Or you will perish. This one doesn't count.
Bon bah il y avait rien à craindre.
How troubling.
Question, pourquoi on lui a pété la gueule? Tu sais, je m'exécute, mais
Had enough yet?
mais pourquoi on lui pète la gueule en fait?
Ha!
This battle's over. I don't know what you're thinking, but it's time to quit.
You're right. But I don't know how I'm going to face Marlone after this.
Tell him that we're not responsible, and neither are the Order of Blade Rights. It was all a simple accident. If there's a price that must be paid for the accident, the Magus Covenant will pay in the form of a donation.
All right. In that case, there's no issue.
Now scram.
Yes, I shall. I'll smooth things out with the Order of Blade Rights, so you needn't worry.
My oh my, they never just get to the point.
Ça commence très bien. Escamali, c'est quoi comme guilde déjà? Ouais, parce que là c'est un peu une guilde complètement corrompue. On vient de lui dire tu dis ça et on te donnera de l'argent et voilà. Mec, t'étais venu pour régler un souci je crois, non?
Who was that anyway?
Oh, it was Escamali. They're the mediators and liaisons for guilds. Conflicts between guilds are controlled and managed by Escamali.
Ils
at
gèrent les
least on the
conflits.
surface.
Et en apparence, tu m'étonnes. Quoi? C'est quoi? Ils sont censés s'occuper de l'équilibre entre les guildes et ils sont complètement corrompus. Ils acceptent juste d'avoir l'argent pour régler les problèmes. C'est quoi ce bordel?
As a matter of fact, they're not much more than extortionists. When anything happens, they look for someone to take responsibility and then demand a donation to pay for the loss. Things are set up so that the more conflicts there are between guilds, the richer they get. They're an irritating bunch who like to call themselves the Guild of Regulation.
Then why did you make me fight that man? Wouldn't it have been better to make me slip him some money and send him off? Did you really want to judge my power in action?
That's one part of it, but it isn't everything. I wanted to give him some sort of excuse to leave. At least on the surface, they're in charge. He encountered our resistance and was forced to settle things with a fine. That's the way they have to do things in order to make money.
C'est cool. J'applaudis de joie. Putain de merde, tu m'étonnes qu'après ça va finir en guerre.
I see. They're very crafty.
Well, every guild has its own way of looking at things.
Is that why these conflicts happen?
Like I said earlier, you don't need to worry. The Magus Covenant doesn't get involved in any of that. Let those dodos battle amongst themselves.
Oui, bon, tu dis ça, mais à tous les coups, je suis prêt à parier que ça va être une étoile de haine. Hein. Une guilde on va en vouloir pour une autre, l'un contre l'autre. Donc, je veux dire, là pour l'instant, on a les épées de lumière qui sont mécontents face aux purs de magie. Les purs de magie qui sont mécontents par rapport à Escamali, même si d'ailleurs t'as aussi un petit lien direct entre les épées de lumière et Escamali, mais c'est assez faible. Escamali, il va être contre qui? Nicolas? Ouais, ça se tient. Étant donné que c'est la guilde de l'interdit.
Eleanor,
Bon, ça on
it
verra.
seems there's a bit of an issue with our magical experiment.
Encore?
Did something arise during the magical...
Yes, please excuse me for disturbing you during your meeting with the guest.
No, things have happened just as they should. The responsibility is mine. Please excuse me, Isabel, but I have to leave for a moment.
That's no problem.
You should take a look around the laboratory. Feel free to play with anything lying around. See you then.
A look around the lab. Ugh, what an awful tale. I've come to another world, been separated from my companions, and almost lost my will to live. Grimoires, elixirs, and experimental implements. My curiosity's killing me. Well, I did get permission. I'm going to investigate a bit until she gets back.
Ouais, et on a le temps de faire le prochain chapitre. Sans combat par contre.
I see. So if I just read this, then... but this book of practical spells seems like it could be tricky to use. Incantations. These are the source of her power. Shard of Shame, Gate of Emeth, Water be as blood, branches as bone, honey as flesh, and death as truth. Oh, that didn't feel quite right. But it's probably okay to call this a success.
Isabel, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just killing time with some of the materials and instruments around here.
You were creating magical life forms in your spare time? You do seem to have a form of magical genius. However...
J'ai l'impression qu'elle a du mal à garder son calme.
You seem to have no organizational talent at all. What is the meaning of this?
There's no need to overreact.
Overreact? Why are there books scattered across the floor? There are instruments all over the place.
Don't you think it's a hassle to keep putting them back?
Wait, what do I see under those books? Don't tell me that's a magic circle. You drew a magic circle right on the floor?
Well, yes. Is there something wrong?
I'm about to faint! You! Ouch! Only in the proper soil can the flowers of research bloom! I told you that, didn't I? You! Ouch! Ow! Stop hitting me! You! Clean up! Sweep the floor this instant!
All right! Aren't you getting carried away?
No, this is horrible! Terrible! I think I'm going to faint! But before I do, please get rid of that thing.
Is that really necessary? I don't think I did such a bad job of it.
It's not only not bad, it's in fact very good. It's tough to think that you made it in such a short time. It's truly lamentable that... You forgot to include the Silver of Reason. It's going to go berserk!
That must be what felt different about it.
I'll say this now. I won't allow you to create any further messes in my laboratory.
Okay, so you don't want a big commotion. Got it.
Elle fait flipper la gamine. Extermination plus tard.
I'm not sure how to feel, making this and then squashing it right afterwards.
Enough of the sentimentality. Wipe it up.
Come on, you really don't need to say that.
Enough already. Are you some sort of child? Hurry up and clean!
Ouch! All right, I get it already. See? All good now.
Nice try. There's still some dust left over there.
People must tell you you're fussy a lot.
And surely, people must tell you your body and mind are slovenly. So listen up. Now that you're here, you're going to obey my rules.
I know. I'm not going to make any more messes.
Even if you need to make any more messes, don't. Only in the proper soil.
Can the flowers of research bloom? I'm tired of hearing that.
You impudent!
Ow! I only said I was tired of hearing it because it's the truth.
Your magical skills are solid, but you're incapable of anything else. Are all the mages in your world like this?
I don't know, but probably yes.
Well, then in your world, mages are surely called pigs in laboratories, pigpens. How utterly hopeless.
Alors excusez-moi, je pense à un truc qui a rien à voir. C'est juste qu'il y a une carte auquel justement t'as un mage qui s'occupe de cochons. Est-ce que ça sera un lien? Ok, non, j'oublie. Bonjour.
What? What's going on?
That gatekeeper was my pride and joy.
Surely you jest.
Évidemment.
Most insipid.
Urias Formond. What are you doing here?
Already you know my purpose well. I have come in search of the strong.
So you mean that you'd like to fight with Eleanor Gloria?
It remains to be seen whether this is worthy of being called a fight. I hope it may.
I see. Well, that's most unfortunate.
Oh?
A single glance reveals that you, like Isabel, have come from another world. Your flesh is clearly not that of a normal person. Fascinating. If such a thing were possible, I'd like to investigate you more closely. The overwhelming power that was able to topple my gatekeeper, this tremble-inducing might, it is fascinating indeed.
So this is your first time seeing a vampire?
A vampire. In this world, they only exist in fairy tales. This is growing more and more disappointing. But still, I'm about to knock you into nothingness. You'll be gone without a trace.
That magic.
Huh? What is this?
You've entered my laboratory without permission. There can be no exceptions to the rules. You shall soon become dust, vampire. Return to the land of fairy tales from which you came.
Il faut calmer cette gamine. Il faut calmer cette gamine. C'est une horreur cette fille. J'ai limite envie de faire la suite tout de suite, mais on va s'arrêter là. Hein. Allez. C'était Ryne et à la prochaine dans Shadowverse.